Thursday. I am opening the vlog up on a Thursday. If you watched my last vlog, you know why it took me this long. You know why it took me this long. This is the first day this week that I am in my own clothes. 50% in my own clothes. The sweatshirt is his. But I am in my own pants, which I was wearing the same sweatpants and shirt for a while. I did not cry when I woke up this morning. I'm for some reason about to start crying. But I did not cry when I woke up, which is progress. I was supposed to fold my clothes because I did laundry yesterday. That did not happen, but I did wash my hair and I went and picked up meds. So I think that little wins, right? And I had a video call with my husband yesterday also, which was really nice. And I think gave me some of the spoons and positivity that I have today. I still have a lot of things I have to catch up on. I need to call the venue to cancel my contract, which hurts my feelings, but it is what it is. I need to play catch up. I have to finish Phaedra. I didn't read Immortality, so I'm behind for Clear Your Shit, but you know, I did not expect for my entire life to be flipped upside down this week. It's December 1st, so you know, starting on a high note. What was that? What am I doing? I did go and talk to people yesterday. Like I went to go pick up my meds and talked with one of my husband's former coworkers, and so that was all well and good. I let my manager know what's going on. So that it wasn't, if something happened where I had to like drop off suddenly, or if I seemed a little bit more scattered or emotional or quiet. I wanted to give context, and I know that I don't have to overshare with management about what's going on in my life. Why am I about to cry? But my previous job made it feel like if I did not give them like an overt descriptor of what was going on so that they would understand that it really was important, I would get in trouble. But my manager said, you know, family comes first, and to remember that, and that I'm a good employee and they want me to feel mentally fine. Why am I crying? They want me to be fine. I'm crying because my previous job would not have done this shit. That's why. I can't do my job well if I'm unwell. And if I can't take the time to be well, then I can't do my job well, was essentially what she was saying. My previous job would have been like, oh, you're having a full-blown panic attack and sobbing on the phone with a customer? We have to write you up. But also, no, you can't leave because we'll write you up for that too. That's how my previous job would have gone. I really didn't want to cry in this first initial update, you know, but like, I feel like I needed to like tell you guys what was going on. Try and be transparent and vulnerable, but not this vulnerable. Anyway, I will be okay, and I know that, but it's a lot, and I'm feeling a lot. Today, I'm not going to cry anymore. This is stupid. I am going to try and finish Phaedra. I'm not enjoying it. This is not a good book. I'm so sorry. It's not a good book. I'm not enjoying it. I'm going to try and finish Phaedra today and read Immortality. I'm going to try and get as far as possible in Immortality. I'm also thinking about like writing out on a whiteboard or something, like a schedule for the week, for each week, that is like, on these days you do Spanish lessons, on these days you play piano, you know, that, so that my time is filled, but also like phone calls with my husband, video calls with him, visitation with him. I want to make sure that he also has some weighted time. I am possibly also, I don't know how to say this because it sounds, I don't know. I'm not in a position, the ideas I have are scattered at the moment, but I want to make maybe a website where you can search a book and find out if it's been denied or if it's been approved in a jail before or recently with the data that is available to us. because right now you have to download these Excel spreadsheets that are like 9,000 books long, and it's a lot. And that's just for the denials, but then there's also the approvals. So it's a lot of books. I also would love if I could also put together some kind of database of information of like, this county does this kind of visitation, these hours, this is how you contact them, this is the apps that they use. Because finding all of this information out is a lot of phone calls, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of having to communicate with everybody else that I know so that they know, when if I could just reference a database, a website or something, and give someone that information instead. I don't know, I just feel like I haven't found anything online that is that, and I think that that would be super helpful and beneficial to other people, but I don't know how to build it out. And I think I'm gonna talk about it in my work meeting if I can, like without crying. I think I'm gonna bring it up and ask what their thoughts are, if they have any ideas on how to go about doing that. And I'm also probably gonna talk about it with my brother, who does tech, and see if he's got any ideas, my brother or my dad, because I think it's possible and I think it's doable. I just need to figure out how to do it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's next. But anyway, this is me updating the vlog. Sorry for crying again, but I will talk to you guys later, hopefully. Okay, thanks, bye. I finally have spoons to record without crying and my camera's dying. It's Tuesday. I recognize that I could have updated over the weekend and should have updated over the weekend. I felt good over the weekend. I was able to do a lot of the things I've been putting off and cleaning and stuff that I needed to get done, so that's great. I did housekeeping stuff, or ordered things that I need that are getting delivered today, all well and good. I also read and finished The Replacement Wife by Darby Kane, I want to say. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I am glad that I picked it up. It's definitely a thriller paperback that I'm keeping. I stamped it, I annotated it, I'm keeping it. So yeah, I'm glad that I read it. I also finally finished Phaedra, which thank fucking God, because that book, I felt like I was never gonna finish it, but I was like 80% in, which it's not a huge book, so I was like, I can finish this book in 15 minutes, I just need to finish it. My camera's dying, god damn it, hold on. Haha, now it's plugged in. Yeah, Phaedra was not good, so I finally finished it. Gave it 2 stars. I don't even know if I'm gonna write a full review for it. I'm not in a position right now to be writing reviews, so whatever. I'm just barely reading, so I'm like not even in a position to be writing reviews. I did also start Immortality, a Love Story. I was supposed to finish that last month. Obviously that didn't happen. It's good so far, kind of slow. I'm only 25% in, and I plan on doing my usual like read 25%, read like 50%, 75, etc. throughout the rest of the day. I'm also going to be starting a book I can't think of the name of. Hold on. This Vicious Grace. I think that this is such a pretty book without the cover. The cover is really pretty too, but yeah, I think this is gorgeous. I also started tabbing it. I've been really enjoying the annotating stuff I got from Girl in Red recently, and I've been using it. So I've got these like cool corner tabs that I'm currently using for physical books to mark the 25, 50, and 75% mark, because I don't love using the like tabs that stick out, but I couldn't think of a better solution. Because I read the way that I do, or split up books the way that I do, I needed to, right? So yeah, I'm gonna try and start that today. I was also gonna try and start it yesterday and I didn't, so we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna give it a go. But I'm doing better today. Yesterday was not good. It was like good up until my husband and I had a phone call, which we found out that phone calls have a 15-minute limit, which is dumb. And then I got off the phone and I was watching this show, and Ginny and Georgia, and it's a really good show. And there's this like several romance plots in it, which is fine, all well and good. But it made me very sad. I'm, grade ace, so I don't experience a whole lot of the attraction or need or desire like that. But there is something about your partner holding you that is soothing when you are feeling unwell, and I don't get that. And so it made me really, really sad, and then I just like went into my bedroom at 10 o'clock. I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. I need to go to bed. I'm tired. And instead I stayed up for 2 hours crying, and I like could not stop. This morning I woke up at 6, but then just stayed in bed until 7:30, just crying. But now I'm okay again. I finally talked to my therapist on Friday, and she said a lot of really good and valuable things. Like, one, I should recognize the fact that I have grown a lot from when he was in jail in 2019 for this whole process, not like something else. In 2019 for 42 days, I was diagnosed with the wrong mental illness, and then I was also like medicated for the wrong thing, and so I was just like not well to begin with, and then that process made it worse. And I also was still dealing with severe trauma from my abusive relationship prior to the relationship with my husband, and I can honestly say that between them, still died even though it was plugged in. Anyway, I can honestly say that now that I'm medicated, and then also have had a lot of time to work on, one, I lived away from my parents for 2 years, and then I moved in with my partner for a few months right before this started, which gave me a chance to get some really solid footing in who I am and what I like, and process my emotions and stuff outside of the lens of my family, which I think helped a lot with my growth as a person. So my therapist was basically like, I should just recognize and be proud of the fact that my husband and I have grown a lot as individuals, but also as a couple, so that this, yes, it sucks and it's hard, but it could be worse. It has been worse. And so there's a lot of growth to be recognized in that. Also, my therapist was like, I need to recognize and accept that this is grieving, which I have a really hard time with accepting and recognizing that it's grieving, because to me, you grieve a permanent loss, right? And this isn't a permanent loss. But I guess the brain isn't really fully able to tell that, because I don't know, I guess the brain isn't really able to process that as it's either all or nothing almost. So like, it's very confusing for me. But grief is not linear, and it is not the same for everyone. I've never really experienced grief. I've had people and pets and stuff die, but I don't really react to death at all. I mostly am pretty dissociative towards it, just because I had so many people pass away at a really young age. Up until I was I had at least one friend pass away from suicide from the age of like 11 to like 18, 19. So just year after year after year of that, I have a really different response to death. And I think that because this is not a death, my brain is like capable of grieving. And so I'm grieving it, and it's weird. And it's weird to say that it's grief because it doesn't feel like I should call it grief, but it is grief. So some days are gonna be harder than others. With that being said, I feel fine today. I feel all right now that I'm like up and have done things. I'm hungry. I'm waiting on food to get delivered so I can freaking eat. I mean, I have a salad that I can eat, but I'm waiting. Yesterday I practiced piano for 30 minutes. I played Just Dance for an hour. I made myself lunch and cleaned up some of the leftovers. So, you know, I'm still being productive. I'm still taking care of my house. It's just hard to do some of the things that my husband would do. I didn't take out the trash. He always rinsed out the dishes before handing them to me for the dishwasher because I don't like the texture. So it's just little things like that you don't think about. Also, I'm breaking out in cystic acne for the first time in my life, and it is because of stress, and I'm really irritated about it. Anyway, this is a really long update, and I know that my latest updates have been super fucking long and then super sporadic throughout the week. I don't know when I'll ever return to regular vlogging. I don't know when that will happen. I don't know what the next parts of my life are going to look like as things progress. But I plan on taking you guys with me and experiencing it with me in as transparent of a way that I can without oversharing or giving anybody else's business out. But with that being said, I'm gonna go play Just Dance and wait for my groceries to get delivered. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Okay, thanks, bye. You'll go around, say something sweet, take me away from here, but before I leave, show me that you're still here. Hi, good morning. I don't want to shock anybody with the straight hair. It's because I just finished cutting my hair, so I cut like about an inch off, inch and a half. So yeah, this middle part though, not it. And the reason that it's like I'm letting it dry middle part of it is because I'm probably also gonna diet today. We are feeling impulsive. So yeah, yesterday I did not read really anything. No, I didn't read anything yesterday. I'm trying to like get into Immortality, a love story, but I'm really struggling. I don't know why my lighting is so bad right now. Let's see. Not help at all, a little. So I'm bored, which is really unfortunate because I enjoyed the first book, but I'm bored. I did get like 50 pages into This Vicious Grace. I'd really like to get 50% into it today. We'll see, because obviously I'm reading it as a book, but I'm enjoying it a lot, and the tabs I picked for it are fucking perfect. I'm looking for them and they're inside this book. They're fucking perfect for the cover. So I've got like these hollow orange and black. I've got these ones, and then I've got some text-based ones that I'm using, and they're perfect for this book because it's so yellow. I actually, if I were to display this, like if this book stays good, God willing, I'm going to probably display this without the cover because I just think that this is so cool. It might replace some of the book, a book I have on display that's not like my favorite book, but I think that it's pretty, which is the only reason that I have it displayed. There's actually a couple that are that way. I don't remember what, maybe, I don't know, maybe the Nutcracker book. I mean, I love the Nutcracker and I think that cover's beautiful, but anyway, it's Thursday. Theoretically, I should be closing the vlog out because I've updated or opened the vlog out on Thursday. We'll see. I talked to my husband last night on video call, which was great. It was a good time. I am appreciative. I tell Bella this like frequently. I both love and hate the technology that's available because on the one hand, I fucking love that I can talk to my spouse. It's so great that I can do that. But on the other hand, it's so expensive. It's $10 for bad quality FaceTime for 20 minutes. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. I have been playing the piano every day though, practicing that. I started doing Just Dance again. So we're getting better, right? I'm eating at least 2 meals a day, which is more than what was happening before last week. So we're over a weekend. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I have Carly and possibly Carly, and then Phil and Becca fly in tomorrow. So I'm gonna get to see them because this was supposed to be my reception weekend. It's not going to be, obviously, but I'm going to close the vlog out here so that I can edit and put stuff together so that it's ready for when they come. I don't have to worry about filming or needing more content or whatever. I might film some while they're here, but we'll see what happens. I'm a little bit anxious. I need to take my meds. I'm a little bit anxious, but you know, I think it's mostly because I'm having a very hard time with leaving my house. It makes me, everything is sensory overwhelming, and that's hard. Like I go outside and everything just feels so loud and bright and like my skin hurts. I'm also struggling with memory. My therapist and I have talked about that. That's very much a trauma response though. My brain is just like, this is traumatizing. Let's just go ahead and erase it. We don't need this shit. Which, you know, I respect that, but also could you don't do that. Yeah, I realize that my haircut doesn't really look like I cut that much off because normally my hair is curly. When my hair is all curlied up, I will lose about another inch. So it'll be about this length, like where this is. Generally, we'll see. But I clarified it, I deep conditioned it, I got it all ready for me to dye it. My plan is to dye half of it red. Maybe. I might back out of it before, but that's my plan, is to dye this half of it red. And then I can, you know, wear it parted down the middle or like flip it to the over and then it will blend and whatever. But this is my current plan. So yeah. I'm gonna go though. I feel like I have talked your ear off, so I'm gonna get ready for my work day, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Okay, thanks, bye.